Well, good afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Right now there's a problem in the NFL, and that is quarterbacks. If you don't have one, you need to get yourself one. Thank God that the Dallas Cowboys didn't listen to some of you fans out there that said that Dak Prescott is trash. Tank for Tua. That's what we need to do. Let's tank for Tua so we can get a real quarterback in here, because that's what the Miami Dolphins did, and apparently they've tanked because of Tua, because they have a team that seems to be ready-made, but unfortunately, they just can't seem to get it together and keep Tua on the field. Enter DeShawn Watson. DeShawn Watson, who just 2 years ago seemed like everything was coming up perfect. Everybody thought of him as the top quarterback out there. He's so great because they had made the playoffs and won their very first playoff game in the history of the Texans. Then the summer it unraveled. He got his big contract and everything else, became the second highest paid player in the NFL. And they literally started getting rid of players like DeAndre Hopkins. They got rid of him. They ended up trading for offensive linemen and giving up all their draft picks. And the team all of a sudden just went downhill the next year and ended up getting their coach fired. Another Bill Belichick disciple. Enter last summer where Watkins decided, I'm never going to play for you guys again. And then the 22 civil lawsuits and 10 criminal complaints came up. And as we sit here, Watson has not played and done anything for the Texans. Now, we heard the Texans were willing to trade him, but they wanted to get 3 or more number one picks. The price just seemed too high for so many people, even though some of you out there said the Cowboys, they shouldn't sign Dak Prescott, trade for DeShawn Watson. Anyway, it looks like the Miami Dolphins at the moment are going to be making a trade, getting Watkins into their fold. Tua, unfortunately, and I remember when y'all were saying, tank for Tua. Let's tank for Tua. Yeah, Tua has not been what they had hoped he would be. And for the Dolphins, they look at this as, we have a team that's ready to win right now. Let's go out and let's make the best move that we can at quarterback. And so that's where they are right now. Now, there's some other rumors out there that there are multiple teams that are now into the mix for this. We know that the Eagles were one that were at one time exploring this, but I believe that Watkins basically said, I am not going to lift my no trade clause to go to the Eagles. And if you're DeShawn Watson, you don't really want to go to the Eagles right now, because the Eagles have a long way to go ahead and rebuild. Next thought might be the Washington football team with Tyler Heineke. That's another team that you wonder if it would be a possibility of them wanting him, thinking that he's a backup at best. He is not what you want to have for your leader on there. If they had the defense that they thought they were going to have, I would say it'd be a no-brainer for Watkins to want to go there. But you look at how quarterbacks' careers go to die when they go to Washington. Let's be real here. Quarterbacks' careers. The only one you can think of that's gotten out and been able to do something is Brad Johnson. Fortunately, he won a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. And you think of Kirk Cousins, who went to Minnesota, but has his career really flourished? He's gotten paid, but that's about it. But when you think about the Alex Smiths, you think about, now, of course, Ryan Fitzpatrick and all the other guys that have come through there and their careers have literally died in Washington. I don't know if you're Deshaun Watson, you want to go there. So you start thinking about that. Another team that you might think would be in need of a really good quarterback might be Denver, but doesn't sound like Denver's interested in it as well. So if we get any more news on this, we'll find out, or we'll be sure to let you know. But right now, it seems like Miami is the location. The bigger question will be is what will happen with Tua? And will Tua get traded to the Houston Texans? From what I was told before, they weren't interested in getting Tua. So we'll have to wait and see where this goes. Oh, one other note, too. Baker Mayfield, who has the torn labrum in his non-throwing arm, will not be playing tomorrow night when they take on the Denver Broncos. And you have to actually start wondering, it was an interesting topic today on Speak for Yourself, was would Baker Mayfield get his starting job back over Case Keenum? Case Keenum, who took the Minnesota Vikings to the NFC Championship game before them figuring that, Kirk Cousins would be a better answer, and hasn't done anything since then. I think he went to Denver and that didn't work out and so on. He'll have an opportunity with a very good team, and this is a team that runs the football, which may be better suited for him. Because when you think of Baker Mayfield, another one of those guys that we've heard you say, some of you fans say, I'll take Baker Mayfield over Dak Prescott. He has a great team around him. He's had great receivers in Landry, and I still don't understand what's going on with the Odell Beckham situation, but has just not been able to really be the guy that his ads on TV make him out to be. He's got 6 TD passes on the season with a team that's loaded, and you have to wonder, with the Browns waiting on getting his new contract and thinking that basically the price of the quarterback right now, franchise quarterback, may be around $200 million if they are really invested on that guy. And here's the amazing thing that we start thinking about this. They always say that you don't lose your position due to injury. Typically, that's probably true, as long as the guy that replaces you doesn't play lights out. Dak Prescott played so good that when Tony Romo was ready to come back, you looked at it and said, that's a rookie who I don't have to pay for the next 4 years. And he's played just as good, if not better, than the guy I'm paying a boatload of money. Those are the kind of decisions that your best ability is your availability. And you don't want somebody else to have the opportunity, because before is we don't know if that person can thrive. But herein lies the case for now. Terrence Steele, La'el Collins. We don't know if Terrence Steele, after what he did last year, could be as good as La'el Collins. But now you got 6 games under your belt, and you look at it and say, wow, that guy was really good. And in the same sense, you've got Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup's been gone the last 5 games. Dallas Cowboys have the #1 offense in the NFL. They haven't skipped a beat. They have the highest passing game of the season in 2 400-yard games without Michael Gallup. So you look at this and say, do I pay Michael Gallup? Or do we look at this and say, we could have actually had an experiment here where we don't? And I'm not suggesting any of these things. I'm just putting out there the realities of the NFL, because the bottom line in the NFL is the bottom line. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of days with DeShawn Watson, with La'el Collins, with Michael Gallup, as well as Baker Mayfield. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope you're having a great day. I was working on something else here where the Cowboys actually may have one of the pieces that they've been missing that a lot of the recent Super Bowl teams have had. But I'll bring that to you later when I finish the research.